Welcome to a Spruce Stomper road trip. We're traveling a long ways with special cargo to see a special person. Let's get back behind the wheel. Would you believe all this wood just laying around? Man, we should have brought a chainsaw and a bigger trailer. You know, every man needs a proper facility to do his pondering in, you know? I'd say this outhouse is complete. We got one little final touch here, kindly donated by the side of the road. That nice and centered. You don't want a sloppy job. Craftsmanship and everything. Now, you've only seen this construction project, perhaps in one other video, in the background. Top secret, but we're loaded up to be delivered to his final home. It's gonna be exciting. There might be a little bit of driving involved, but first we gotta figure out how to get it loaded on the trailer, because when I built it, a lot of thought went into the fun project and not a lot of thought went into the end result of how the heck am I gonna haul this thing down the road, because at the tippy top here, well, it's like 9 feet tall, so we're not putting her upright on the trailer. We gotta give her the flip-flop. This is gonna be one of those things where you gentlemen watching the video are gonna have a lot of good ideas, but I've already been long finished with the struggling. But I still appreciate to hear it in the comments how you might have done this. Look at that. It's got its first scratch. Man, oh man. What do they say? Can't have nothing nice, eh? It's either gonna work awesome or we're flirting with disaster here. I don't know. We need 2 people. I got a bet. We need 2 people. Well, it would seem I went in and out. I'm just back. It's not magic. All right, well, the second person that's at hand, well, she's busy making a beautiful dessert for Easter dinner tonight. So patience gets away on me. I could wait, but why don't we just dink around with it a bit more and you know, see if we can't wreck something. Is this too long? Yeah, go like that. Okay, brake, first, reverse, like that. If I just go like this, oh, that's heavy. Oh, that's so heavy, man. Okay, the chain's taking the weight now. I don't need that. The tractor's almost out of the danger zone. Bloody chain's too short. How do you get around that, genius? Damn it. Well, I never said I thought of everything. I know what we can do. I'll be right back. I got it. We'll make a kickstand like this. We'll just screw that to the roof. And then we can unhook the chain. We'll just leave the tractor there just in case it does the old slip-slop there on us. But this thing's got to make a trek down the old highway, and well, I want it looking fresh when we get there, so we're gonna gift wrap it. We're on to big adventures, folks. You're gonna want to watch this video. All right, locked and loaded. It turns out I'm not super chatty at 4:30 in the morning. Oh, would you look at that? Some sort of critter leftovers. They didn't have as good a day as we're having. Better check the cargo. We're doing not too bad, actually. Tight, tight. Had to add a little tuck tape there. The old tarp came free, got a little flappy, and well, oh, tragedy. Look at it, it's all frayed. I'll be out $12 for a Princess Auto tarp. Oh, I have to go back to Princess Auto? Nothing on fire? No? I mean, you check one wheel on the trailer and the other three are probably just fine. Well, I can't tell you exactly where we've stopped here, but what I can tell you, it's very flat. They seem to be drilling a lot of holes in the ground, and they got some crazy wildlife. Alrighty, well, I made it. My road tripping is done. I feel like I might have taken a few odd turns here and find myself in a sea of dead trucks. Almost like somebody keeps deleting them. All right, so not only did I make it in one piece, the Super Duty made it in one piece, and the special cargo we were transporting, it also made it in one piece. So we've arrived. You might recognize a couple things in the video. What we're here for is super important. When the Spruce Stomper channel learns that there might be a piece of wood milling equipment in distress and needing rescue, well, we're here for it. We're here for it. So we're gonna see if we can make a deal. We gotta do a little digging, and I'm pretty certain that there's treasure here for us today. So we're one engine block away from success here. Little peek in there.
This is the priority pile, and it was at the back. That old windmill's got gravity to it too. It's got.
All right, that should have been the last piece of the puzzle that was in the way of the real treasure that we're after. Dare we look? I don't think we look. I think we leave the wrapper on. It's like my item is gift wrapped and Peg's item is gift wrapped on the trailer. We both have something to unwrap, so we'll leave it in the cardboard. Can you breathe?
Oh yeah.
That thing's disgusting. What do you figure?
That should be good.
High enough?
What do you think of the chances of us thinking it's a good idea to stand on the beach?
I was gonna do my best to maybe do sidestep action.
Or actually just take this bitch chain and walk out in front of it.
Oh, that's even smarter.
Yeah, and then I'll steer it from the rear. Give her. Oh yeah. Like a glove, eh?
Oh, it's working almost too good.
Ask me if I was drunk when I came up with the idea for that. All of it. I'm not even swearing.
Yeah, I noticed.
Not even swearing.
I think, well, you're taking pity on me because my editing skills, they have limitations.
Yes, they do. Well, there.
Man, that works good.
Isn't it slick?
Oh, yeah.
Hey, Gary, just wanted to let you know that, does he have a sea can?
No, but he's got a bunch of sheds that this might be the ticket.
Oh, okay. You know, just saying I'm pretty proud and happy, you know. Oh, I'll just, we can wheel her down a little bit. Oh, down's way better.
You know who the real hero is that Chinese roof.
Oh, well, this thing looks like it fell off of a couple freighters. Man, look at it. Looks like a Tyrannosaurus Rex has been humping it. Does it not look like it though?
Yeah. Now that we've got the wood mill out and my half the deal's in place, look at this luxury unit. Look at this luxury unit. Can you believe I went to the trouble to make a new outhouse when there's nothing wrong? There's nothing wrong with this one, I don't think. I mean, oh yeah, look, luxury accommodations in there. Well, it's safe to say that'll never be the same again. Look at that. Guy's got a Kenworth every 10 feet around here. You know a guy's serious about his business when he's keeping a full-size Costco pack of ass wipe in the outhouse at all times. Rowdy. I swear there's an artifact in the gravel every 10 feet around here. And it's not even, it's good stuff too. Well, that come off a trailer, it'll rusted right off. There's good stuff everywhere.
I guess this is your crack bearings, right? Oh man, it's got actual roller bearings. It's not just some shit. Yeah, buddy.
Does it have electric start?
Yeah, oh yeah, no, it's got electric start. And there was something else. Yeah, this is like there's a pump or something for.
It's the lube tank for the cutting.
So like this is your on and off for your lube tank. I think.
Yeah.
So like when the throttle kicks up, it opens your lube.
Oh, I bet it's hooked together. Oh, is it hooked into the throttle? Oh yeah, right there. Lube valve on the throttle, electric start. These are the
chrome polished muffler bearings, double dual exhaust, fuel injected brake lines.
the word.
Model made before '74, so it'll run good on regular gas. If your viewers don't know who that is, then how dare they? Did they ever run this thing? No, she's never been run.
Also, for us folks that don't know, this engine is not one of the ones that you'd be pouring used oil into.
Why not?
Just a lighter mix.
Yeah, exactly.
Ease up on it. Do you think I'm smart enough to figure out how to put this all together?
Oh, maybe. At least maybe. This wood mill that I'm definitely going to get around to putting together. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Hey. You can cheat. You can cheat right there.
You think that's cheating?
That manual's cheating. It better be in Chinese.
Oh, look at that. I got two keys so I can lose one.
Oh, you have to lose one.
Here, that's what we're looking at.
There ain't nothing that a screwdriver can't replace, though. I mean, that's a screwdriver right there if I've ever seen one. 2019
RS31G 31G. It's the big one, though.
As long as you can read that, you're good.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it was the bigger of the two. It was it's got a look at the size of the head for it.
Actually, I could probably leave you this version, and you could put it in the outhouse so you got something to read while you're back there.
Oh, I guess so, yeah. Oh, it's the Kohler. It's kind of weird that somebody gives you something and you're excited about it, but the only thing it's made for is shitting in. Like it just feels so right but so wrong. You know?
I was more back there marveling at why one would keep an entire Costco pack of ass wipe on hand all at one time.
You don't know the kind of wrath and PC Light and Doritos can do to a feller. What?
See, sorry, I already I dinged it already. No. I dinged it.
Good.
I dinged it.
Man, this is awesome. I'm gonna be shitting in style. How am I gonna grab this thing?
Come here.
What do we got? What's going on in here? What is it? Oh, that's awesome! Oh, that's so sweet! Yeah, you gotta have somewhere to. That's awesome. Where'd you get the?
Off the side of the road.
Oh,
I got it off the side of the road.
Can you imagine that? It fell off of a Dodge.
One of my poor neighbors is missing a mud flap, and now it's screwed to the inside of your shitter.
Now I got a mud flap. Man, I'm excited. I'm gonna.
Classy new outhouse. All the trucks in the background. It's almost like a poetic fairy tale, you know? Just all coming together. Oh, somebody didn't ratchet the ratchet strap. Who was that? Okay.
If I had to go back and do it again, though, I would definitely have bought a Komatsu, not a cat.
Is it hard with the parts and stuff?
Oh, yeah. Got her down?
Yep. Keep going. Keep going. Hop out here. Just wait. Hop out here.
Let her down nice and gentle now.
You know, you just hold that.
That's the key to my shit house. Just one of the keys. So it was. Thanks.
I mean, I feel a lot better now that that's on the ground. Oh, sorry. I got a key for that. I'll be right back. Oh yeah, what if the door comes up? Because I know you've been thrilled up until this point.
Yeah.
There's one or two more luxury items in there that you might want to be.
I'm smiling. My face hurts from smiling.
See that?
Oh man, I don't even know what that is, but it looks good.
Luxury, flashing.
I want to be shitting in style. People don't even know who I am anymore. They're like, oh, who's that?
You know when they say people, oh, he's went Hollywood? It just happened to you. It just happened right now.
Now I'm shitting in something. Can I shoot one bullet hole in it? Like just one? For Smells like the back of Grandpa's truck. You want me to hold that ladder for you and get right in the shot? Which way do you got to hand it to you?
Fuck, that's a good question.
Hey?
Peg just claimed he's on his best behavior with the skid steer to move this beautiful structure. I don't know what his version of best behavior is, so.
Grab the saw farthest to the left when you walk in the shop.
On the top shelf there?
Yeah, top shelf farthest to the left. It's brand new.
Can you believe there's a sawmill in that crate? I mean, come on. You know what else is a good time? That thing. Whatever videos you've seen of this truck, you're not experiencing it properly. In person, behind the steering wheel, it's wild. He told me saw furthest to the left is brand new. We got oh my God, look at that. It's got a golden muffler on it. I've seen it all now, golden muffler. Huh. We're doing some rudimentary carpentry, chainsaw style.
I thought you were spruce stomping.
I gave her too much. She got too saucy too soon.
Spruce stopper. This one here?
Okay, straight in. Set her down. What do you think, Willard? You like the new outhouse? Huh? I don't know. You don't seem that stunned. You're a good boy. Yeah. Oh, you're a nice puppy. Glorious. Look at the surroundings here. I'll tell you, if I had to guess, I think you hear old zip ties and bias plies probably forming a few thoughts out here. I finally get to experience my own handiwork. I've kind of had this thing sitting in my garage after it's been built for a few months, and get to test run her. Oh, my initial thoughts, the seat is at the perfect height. It's comfortable, looks nice, the window lets in some good light, and the view, I mean, come on. The view is gorgeous. Rickshaw, anyone? Hey Willard, what's in that box? Hey, what's that? Do you sense there's treasure in that box? Do you? Do you? There's good stuff. There's hours and hours of enjoyment in that giant box. I guarantee it. Hey, mounds of sawdust to be made.
Oh.
Come on, baby.
Oh.
Oh yeah. Get one more stop at the dump before I go home. How could you leave without going to the dump, right? Was one more time?
You gotta experience the whole thing.
I could truly say I'm gonna drive home and don't feel like I missed out on anything.
We even got both dumps on both days. We even broke in here illicitly last night.
I don't remember being here. What do you guys got? Why is there so many propane tanks at both dumps? You guys, a general run on propane tanks?
There's a lot of answers I got for you.
That ain't one of them.
That ain't one. I'm actually surprised I'm gonna just shoot the damn thing.
I gotta get the full Alberta experience here. We see all the sights. Has this got anything to do with all the electric cars people are driving around, do you think? Oh, everybody loves your truck, man.
Oh, they love this old K-Whopper.
Don't roll back into somebody.
This guy looks like he come from the auction. He got himself a whole mess of minty.
He's got a lot of equipment that costs money and probably won't make him too much.
Yeah, but look at that flannel shirt he's got on. Diesel Creek would be real jealous of that. You're good this way for a while. Just bring her up to 1300 and straight back. And then up and over once you push up against it. Well, you got to keep pressure on the shifter before you shift. There you go, and it pops right out, remember? And now you're shifting without the clutch, making your Uncle Garth real proud. There you go. And now pre-selecting your high range.
Flip this up?
Yep, flip that up.
Okay, and then back over here?
Back over to first, but don't go for reverse. Remember, there's a set of gates there. There you go. Oh, let her down. Over here. Oh, nope. You're in a hole that's not really supposed to be there. You're in low now, I think. Oh no, you might not be in low. You might have just skipped a gear.
First, second, I just skipped one.
Here, give her up to about 1500 there. And then as soon as you let off, I'll shift her for you. There you go. There, now we're back in order.
Oh, okay. What am I? I'm back in.
That's not cheating, that's just mulligan.
Still counts. It's alright.
And now floor it and feel of America. Oh, all the way to the mat. There you go. Let freedom ring a little.
Love it.
And you see that sign that says truck driver avoid jake brakes? You flip this and then let out the gas. Oh, it's not coming on for you. the switch is a little sticky. She's old. You should really clean this windshield though.
Well, it's better than the windshield of my truck. It's got no cracks in it. I can barely see out of mine.
And my ass has got a crack and it still works just fine. Well, you want to go to the dump?
Yeah.
baby.
Yeah, I love the dump.
Oh yeah, dump provides.
100% sold on the setup. That's what I got.
Well, that's a good setup.
I might have to get me a dump truck, man.
You do need a dump. I got a deal for you.
This is awesome.
Hey, wouldn't that make the wife smile if you pulled into the yard with your truck on a trailer with a dump truck in tow?
She probably wouldn't even blink.
Oh yeah.
She probably wouldn't even blink.
I just found it. It was a stray dump truck. I needed to bring it home and give it a home. I tell you to honk the horn, but she seized up. It's one of the things that's not fixed yet.
I feel like this is one of the things you would have fixed right off the bat.
I know, I'm slacking.
Oh, cargo secured and we're homeward bound. Still here? Oh, can't wait to get some logs in that thing. I'm about to make a poor decision here. Well, made her safe and sound in one piece. Time to tuck her away. We'll play with this another day. Look at that peeking out of the box there. Tempted me. It's gonna be extremely hard to focus and not just abandon all the other stuff I'm supposed to be doing to dig into this, but we'll see what happens. Well, as you can imagine, old Spruce Stomper has had a great deal of difficulty resisting the temptation to play with his new toy. Well, today, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna make it happen. We're bringing a Sawmill to the Spruce Stomper YouTube channel. Presenting to you, Timber Thunder. Oh man, I'll tell you, that is beautiful. First things first, ooh, it's got a blade on it already. Holy snikes. We got all the stuff I'm gonna show you. We got spare blades, we got parts, we got pieces. First thing we gotta do is get her out of this box. Geez, I almost walked into that fork twice now. Okay. We'll put this shipping material back to good use. There, step one. Gorgeous. Hey, Rodeo? Got Rodeo out here today. Yeah, I don't know what's worse. You shivering and shaking in the cold, or you having a stroke in the house by yourself. I just can't bear to see you lonely, buddy. You're getting so old. That's a good dog. Well, my first impressions are like really good here. Everything is very heavy. Like, you know what I mean? You know when a guy picks up a piece of metal and there's like this metal, this metal from the shipping crate, and you like can bend it real easy like that. And you're kind of like, oh, that, you know, gives you that disappointing feeling. The mill components do not feel like that. Oh, there's a piece in there hiding. So I'm just gonna get everything laid out here in a row. And then a guy will have an idea of what parts and pieces we have. And then, well, it came with a book that will politely tell us what order they go in, because I'm not a skip the instructions kind of guy. There's a lot of pieces to this thing, so, I mean, it came with a book. I might as well use the book. Can anybody tell me why all the parts in the bottom of the crate are lubricated with transmission oil? Does anybody know anything about that? Figure we could save ourselves a little trouble by not working in the mud here. Why work in the dirt if you don't have to? There's no escape in the mud. But I'll tell you, the mud here is a lot better than that Alberta mud I experienced. Holy smokes. I'm still kicking chunks of that off my boots a week later. So the way the base package comes for this mill, my understanding is you get 2 lengths of track, and it'll allow you to cut, I think it said 10'6", so you can cut 10-foot lumber. But old Peg, well, he don't fiddle around. He bought an extra set, and that extends us out to be able to cut full 16-foot lumber, so that's gonna be sweet. I'm probably gonna not leave the extension on right now until I got somewhere more permanent to set this all up, but I'd like to put it all together, you know, just to make sure all the bits and pieces are here and that we're all familiar with it, you know. Well, we're off to a good start. We got the right number of plates. Look how thick that is. Like, these rails are 1/4 inch plate, and that's like 3/8 of an inch thick, and these are stops that go at the end, so the carriage doesn't roll off into Never Never Land. These are drilled offset, so I'm assuming that you put them on the outside. Better consult the book and get some bolts. We've already hit our first obstacle, the dreaded metric system. I'll be right back with the right tools. Hold on, Rodeo, you're not wearing a helmet. Are you dying over there, Rodeo? Don't die on me, not today. The ground's too frozen to dig a hole, old dog. He just gets a little coffee once in a while. Plates going top, bolts going from the bottom. 18 millimeter. Does that strike you guys as an oddball size, 18 mil? It's either oddball or I'm missing a whole bunch of wrenches somewhere because the sets seem incomplete. Now, no lock washers. I don't know if I really care for that. No lock washers. And I found Loctite up there, but unfortunately only the red variety, but these aren't supposed to come apart anyways, so they're gonna get what they're gonna get. All right, well, we got the tracks all bolted together loose. I was kidding about the Loctite. You don't want to be bolting this stuff together with Loctite because you have to be able to adjust the tracks for straightness. So those bolts, well, they need to be loosened off at some point. I'm gonna put the feet under. We're skipping a step in the instructions, but all the nuts come, or all the bolts go in from the bottom, and it's proving to be a bit of a pain. So let's get it up off the ground. It came with 14 of these, so you basically have one every 2.5 feet or so. Very well supported. Man, I'm just tickled about this whole operation. You know, I was all excited to tell you guys that this is the first project to be done in my shop since I built it. I've never built or made or done anything in there, and we're not even doing it in there. We're doing it outside in the dirt. I ran into, I'll share a little bit about the channel here. One of our biggest fans is my sweet, sweet granny. She's one of the nicest ladies that you'd ever have the pleasure of meeting your whole entire life. Oh, that's heavy. Why don't you just roll it up like this, you bonehead? There we go. Use your brain, not your back. Anyways, well, we have her switched on to YouTube, and she has become a big fan of YouTube in general. She likes to watch the channel. And I ran into them yesterday, and she asked me, hey, I watched your video on cleaning out your shop. And if you don't, we're talking about, you got to go back quite a ways in the channel to see that video, the shop revival stuff. We cleaned all the junk out and took a camper out and all that kind of good stuff. And she says, well, I watched the video, and I watched the video of you making that new mezzanine, and so I'm all up to date. And she just, so sweet. She honestly says to me, where's the, but I can't find the video of you. Oh, she said, you were talking about how you wanted to organize the shop, the shelving, and, you know, all your plans. But I can't find the video on you doing it. You know, she says, I must be missing it somewhere. I can't seem to locate the video. And I was so embarrassed, eh? Oh, I had to confess. Gran, that poor old shop is the exact same way that video left it. Completely empty and no progress. Oh, that made my whole day. I got a good laugh. Gotta get cracking on it. All right, well, next up are the cross members. And it stands to reason, it advises in the instrucciones that this is supposed to be a certain width apart, and these bunks have to be square to the track. But we're just putting everything together finger tight, because what I want to do is then we'll level everything up, and then we'll do the squaring and the straightening, and then you tighten as you go. It's no different than assembling, you know, a piece of crappy furniture you brought home. You know, you crank down the first bolt, and then you find out you can't get the next 10 lined up. So a little patience. And all the bolts are the exact same size, same length, same size, no mix-ups. I do appreciate that as well. You guys want to see something sweet? Poor old dog. He gets so upset if you leave him in the house. Like, he just strokes out. Like, he just gets so anxious. And I hate to do that to him and leave him in the kennel, so I bring him out, but he doesn't have the stamina as he once did. Sound asleep and snoring. Oh, you know, it takes a long time. Doing things twice. I read the manual, but I only read it one page at a time, and it would have paid dividends to read ahead and see that I had indeed put these plates on upside down, because when I went to lay out the pattern for the bunks, I thought, huh, that's odd, they're not evenly spaced. Well, they're not evenly spaced because one of the bunks is supposed to go where this plate is and be through bolted through the whole thing. So, you know, it's the way it goes, as they say. All right, next up were the log dogs and the supports. So like these are already, they just simply pop into these brackets like that. There's a screw there for adjustment. Now the other portion of this, they're not the same as what shows in the book, but they're even simpler actually. It's just these rails bolt in between, and then that piece of pipe goes through there. So we'll get that rigged up, but here's my reasoning. Here's the track arm, or the carriage. See, it almost takes up the first two bunks. So realistically, your log is only gonna be here. So we don't need one there, and we only have three. So 1, 2, 3, and then you got yourself clamping force up against the post. I think that's how it should go. And then, you know, whatever wood sticking out the end, it doesn't really need to be supported. I like when everything comes with the nuts already on the bolts for assembly, rather than just loose in a bag where you got to fish them all out. I like this better, and you know exactly where everything's supposed to be. So the pointy side of this should be pointing at the direction of lumber, or the log, where the log is going to be. It's a good sign that all the bolt holes are lining up. All right, on to the head assembly now. It shows that they want you to flop it on its face, but I think what they're assuming is that we don't have the luxury of a piece of equipment to pick this up. So hopefully we'll be able to get her all rigged and then just lift it up with the tractor and slip it in upright, because, well, flopping it over on its face, that's a lot harder than it sounds. Well, I flipped to the next page of the instructions and it shows it upright again, and it says, with the help of one other person, you know, flip it. I'm telling you what, that's not a 2-person, that's not a 3-person job, that's a no person, that's a tractor job. Okay, that's one. We'll get the other one here. There we go. Uh-oh, you guys fell over. I'll tell you, you know, it's a luxury when your equipment matches in color. I mean, it's hard to get much better than that. Something like that, I think. What do you reckon? The water tank mounted, and then this bracket on the back, and then the height adjustment, which is just a simple crank on the side, is mounted, and just got to run these cables. You're witnessing it here firsthand. The first function of the sawmill to work properly. Up and down. Man, that's slick, man. And then it's got this. You just pop that spring-loaded clip so it can't go anywhere. What's it like letting it down? Oh man, smooth. Smooth as silk. I've got the coolant line hooked up to the coolant tank up top. This coolant line hooks on here. Nice little spring clip included. Well, that's the right size, so that makes sense. Yeah, I think you want it up as high as it'll go. I'm a pretty tall guy, so I don't want to be playing in the dirt. It works, the throttle works. You got your measuring stick here. See, I didn't know what these were for, but they are the exact right dimension for this. So you got your indicator and got a measuring stick to put on, and that will be the finishing touch. Then we got to do a little bit of setup to get everything squared away, and we should be able to fire it up. This might be an extreme way to do it, but I just went and got my laser. Yeah, I got a helper over there rummaging a socket set. I'll probably never get all those back. Hear that? Deet. Check over here. So I think we're perfect. I got her perfectly leveled, and next we'll just run a string line. I think we'll just run a string line down the edge of the track and make sure she's not loosey-goosey. See the string line there? We just ran the string line down the side of the bed rail, and well, it's no different than doing foundation work, right, sweetheart? Yeah, you just string line, spacers, check along, and now I can tighten down all the bolts on the bed. We're gonna have to call her quits here. You know, I got distracted with a few other things, but we've got the head leveled, all the bolts are tightened, the bed's level, the battery's charged up, I put oil in her. I might even tried the key and it did make a noise, so that's a good sign. Last thing, belt tension and a few other adjustments before we can, you know, flash her up, but usually when you're starting up equipment, I think it's better if you do her in the light of day. So I got my helper over there spying us a victim for the sawmill. You find a log over there? Wants to do something. It's not quite ready yet. There you go, that's smoothed out. There he goes. Is it idling? Was it smoky? Seems to be running just fine. It's nice and quiet, eh? So now we'll give it a little juice and see what happens. Well, that's a good sign, isn't it? Nothing derailed. I lost my cameraman there. I'm back to being a one-man show. Something about little kids and getting their boots full of snow all the time. Wet feet dampens the spirits. You know, on the forks obviously would be the right way to do this, but there's the right way and then there's this way. Mind you, I guess I can put it down wherever, it doesn't really matter. Well, that was an example of a little bit too much optimism in the old ratchet strap. But, you know, you'll get that sometimes. In the mud? I don't think so. I think it's okay. Oh. The first log on the mill. Other than dropping it, it's going pretty good. Oh yeah, it's easy to handle. So up against the supports here. Now, I think we're gonna run into a bit of a problem because these supports, they need to be below where the blade is gonna go. Now, it did say, I was reading the book, and it did say such and such model comes with such and such and this and that. But you know how that goes when you get overseas type deals, you're not always getting exactly what you think you're gonna get. So it said that it would come with a long set of stops and a short set of stops for bigger and smaller diameter wood. But this only came with one set, but it's just squared tubing. So I think in the future, we're gonna add probably some variations. Cause you imagine if you're trying to cut something real low down, that these would be in the way. I got a better solution. So the challenge is obviously part of this is on the concrete slab and I can't adjust them down any further. I was gonna cut it. I thought, well, I'll cut it, you know, I'll have to make another set of them. I'm just gonna, the bed's 16 feet long. I'm just gonna move down here and we'll cut at that end of the bed. We got two supports down here. That'll be more than enough to hold this little log, and then we can just punch these down into the mud a bit if we had to. Oh yeah, there we go. Now it's got tons of clearance. There, problem solved. And we can still jabber with a couple of these. Oh, that's, okay, that's definitely more appropriate. I don't think that's gonna go anywhere, to be honest, even with just that one on. That's why when I get a new thing, you know, I like to fiddle with all the buttons and really, go like that. Tighten that down. There. Oh, that's rock solid, man. Oh, look at how great that is, man. Oh, we got to do it again. What do we set this down? So I got a readout here. If we use the readout, so this crank, and I should be able to just go down. So we're at what? It's at 7 1/4. So if we went 6 1/4, that's about an inch. Are you kidding me? Look at, that's a board. Well, that's a skid off the top. What could be a board. It doesn't get any better. It doesn't even, I just want to keep going. Let's start logging. Well, folks, there you have it. The first piece of spruce stomper dimensional lumber. It's an oddball, right, baby girl? But 4x5, we'll make some dunnage out of it. And we got to get this thing more appropriately set up. But man, what a good feeling. I mean, do I even need to say it? I don't know what the next adventure is going to be, but there's definitely going to be adventures. Right, sweetie? Yeah. Yeah. Probably a lot of wood cutting.